Sujit. I am going to talk about today how to become Scrum Master. So, a lot of people are asking me questions. Um, uh, we want to become Scrum Master. What is the way? What is the process to become a Scrum Master? So, I will talk about it because that will help a lot of people to understand. It's a process what we need to follow, how to certify yourself and how to become a scrum master and how to contribute as a scrum master to your team. So the basic question is how to become scrum master. To answer this question, it is a very longer method. So in between, I will just request you guys go to the right hand side corner and subscribe me. That will help me Josh to go ahead and put some more videos, and thank you for subscribing. So what I am going to discuss today is familiarize with the scrum framework, and then I will talk about who can take certification exam, scrum certification exam basically. Then when you are taking the scrum certification exam, what kind of training, what kind of workshop you will require, and how to register for certification, scrum certification exam, where to register, and how to prepare for scrum certification exam and take the exam and pass it. And after that, there will be a very longer process to go implement and learn firsthand, and that process I think we can go ahead and do after we certify. So first thing is familiarize with Scrum framework. So Scrum framework, when we are talking about Scrum, Scrum comes from Agile. Okay. So when Agile came, Agile has its own manifesto with 12 principles and 4 values. I'm not going to explain it here. I will take that in another video because here our target is what needs to be done rather than how this agile is binded with scrum and other stuff. I'll just go through some basics so that you will understand. So what are the things we are going to familiarize in case of scrum is the roles, what are the responsibilities. There will be a lot of things like what are the events we need to organize in scrum, what is the roles and responsibility of product owner, what is the roles and responsibility of scrum master, what is the roles and responsibility of each development team member. With that, we should also be aware um, what is the number of developers we should take, what should be the time boundness of our sprints, what sprint is, how we are going to implement sprints, how we are going to do agile testing. So many things we need to understand and get familiarized. Mainly might not be fully you should be able to churn it up. This is the first phase where we are trying to um, learn what is scrum and then go ahead with that. So basically you read some of the things, you go to my blogs, or you basically come to my video blogs, you see it there. I'm going to put a full-fledged training in some more time. I will keep a very discounted rate, but I'm working on that right now. But yes, you can get it somewhere else also. There are a lot of scrum sites where you can get the uh, links for reading purposes. So I will go ahead, and once you get familiarized with the scrum framework, then I want to discuss about who can take this scrum certification exam. So if you are a software engineer, test engineer, development team member, and you want to understand how agile works, how scrum works, you want to take up some more responsibility and grow in the organization, in that kind of scenario you can uh, go ahead and take the scrum certification exam. Team leads who wants to go into next level towards management, they want to have a understanding of people management, they want to have understanding of project managers tasks, they want to understand how the deliverables going from the developers to testing, from testing to production, all this stuff. So these people can go ahead and understand this scrum and try to so they can go into the next level of development for the team leads. Then the business analyst and the SMEs who are very specific, to domain oriented or some application oriented, those people who guide the team, these people should understand what is Scrum and they can handle the Scrum Master role. Then they can go ahead and they can work on that. And project managers should take it up to understand what is slave deliverable, what is a slave manager is, what is a how it is very fine thin line between a project manager and a scrum master role, and how these things of impediments removal works. To understand that, they should uh, take up the exam and at least go through the topics. So that makes who can take certification exam. And once you are familiarized and you know you are eligible for taking the exam, you are a tester, you are a developer, you are a SME, you are a business analyst, so you are a project manager, so you understand who you are, and now you can go for the training. So here training means what I wanted to tell is some specific things that needs to be discussed when you want to understand what is scrum, when you want to understand what is the roles, what are the responsibilities. So all this stuff should be explained to you before, or you do a workshop on that. I'm going to plan according to that. So please keep on subscribing me, so that that will give me uh, uh, more energy to complete the training faster. So go ahead and subscribe me. So Scrum Master training and workshop, it should be 16 hours course. It should not be more than 2 days. So either you take it 4 hours in 4 days, or 2 hours, or each weekend 2 to 3 hours, whatever you want to do it. But it is a 16 hours full, 16 hours workshop or full 16 hours training which you need to take up. You should start with the Scrum principles and its upcoming and development that is happening in the Scrum. And once you are done with the training, now you can give this Scrum certified, or you can certify yourself as Scrum Master. But do the training or the workshop is really important. Uh, uh, there is no other way for you. You should take the training. So after that, you need to go and register yourself for exam. You can take the exam whenever you want. Any professional who wants to become officially credentialed as a Scrum Master must first demonstrate a practical understanding of the framework by passing the certification exam. So there are a lot of things are there. One is professional Scrum Master IE through scrum.org. I will give all the links in my description. It will take little bit time, but I will upload all the description so that you can click and go to the official websites of that. Certified Scrum Master through Scrum Alliance and Scrum Master through Scrum Inc. Other than that, there is PMI who is giving ACP also. That is a really complex exam, but I will give all the links in my description later on. Then comes preparing for the certification exam. So we have registered for the exam. Now we are going to prepare. You give some time in between, 1 week, 2 week, that should be fine. If you still if you are continuously working, then you can take up 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks maximum. Don't take more than that. You might give 2 hours every day or 1.5 hours every day, and that should be enough. Continuously go through the prepared notes. Once you have done the training, you have done with the prepared notes, or you have taken the notes from your teacher, or you have taken, like from me, if you are taking, I will give you the v blogs, so video blogs, so that you can take up as the notes and study till exam day. You don't stop in between. You study regularly till the day of the exam. You can go through additional Scrum resources. I will provide the materials also, and I am planning to have the PDFs also for that. And you watch the Scrum training videos, that much should be enough to clear the exam. What this exam actually focusing on? Scrum exam or certification of Scrum Master exam focuses on Scrum rules, Scrum artifacts. Artifacts, what are the outcome of that? Like some examples might be product backlog, sprint backlog, uh, some examples. Then Scrum framework, how this framework works, history of Scrum principles or history of the Scrum, sprints, how this sprints is identified, whether you are going for a 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and why you are going for that. So sometimes we want to do code refactoring, so 4 weeks sprint also we take up. Sprint release planning, how this release you are going to map with user storage, how this user storage will be mapped with your epics or features, and that particular release will be mapped for let's say 2 to 3 iterations of sprints. All this stuff you should know. Team building is very big criteria for a scrum master, because without making team building activities or without working with the team, a scrum master cannot deliver properly. And the scalability of the framework, task creation and reporting with events, I mean the ceremonial part of the scrum, like daily stand up, like we are talking about retrospective review and all this stuff. So those things also we need to know, and it will be coming in the exam. So now you can take and pass the certification exam. You have studied well. Now you come. So I will explain you what is what. So PSMI. This is um, complexity wise a medium. Duration is 1 hour, and question will be 80 questions. You need to have 85% mark to pass PSMI certified Scrum Master, and it doesn't expire. That's the best part of PSMI. Other things expire, and we need to CSM will be expiring, and it will be 35 questions, and the fees also a little bit higher side of CSM. But one thing will be that you need to um, expiration period is 2 years, and there is a PMI ACP whose expiring period is 3 years. But that is a very complex one. PMI ACP, if you are taking up and you are passing, it is a very good thing, but it is very complex, and it is going to talk about agile overall, and it will be having 120 questions, and validity renewal cost is 60 to $150, and the exam cost is $495 for PMI ACP. So it is on the higher side also, but yeah, that is the best one till now. So every Scrum certification is renewable. CSM is renewable in 2 years. PMI ACP is renewable in 3 years, and PSMI doesn't expire, but the passing score is very high. So we need to take a think little bit think about it. So that's the best things. And please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, so that I can give you more things. And I'm going to keep on working on different aspects of the Scrum and project management, and I'm going to put some discussion about test manager interview questions so as well. So I'm going to continue with that. Thank you.